Tanker, tanker.
Ah. So, I'm in the cockpit. Let's clean these glasses first.
Your contact, hello? Where's my basket? There you go. Go.
So there's a world of difference. Clean VR glasses. Chief, what's up? Chief, what's up? Okay. Where is the problem? This is so. Yes. Chief, focus up. Chief, focus up.
Yeah, this tanker is difficult when it's turning.
Say again?
Tanker is difficult when it's turning.
Chief, turn on the ground.
Yeah, it's a bitch, always.
Copy. Chief, Connect ground air supply.
It's
Ground power is
Viking.
now on. Copy. Ground air supply is now connected.
Roger.
The ejection seat isn't armed. Closing canopy. Check. Ready to start.
Yo,
Yo.
Hello.
Yeah, guys, how's it going?
dude, I nearly was late. I only just looked at my phone. I've been making stuff for the Cola campaign. I was like, oh shit, that's all.
Gee, you already started on that, eh?
Oh, I started weeks ago, man. It takes weeks to get the start of it going.
Oh, I can imagine.
That's why we got the break, just so I don't have to. I can do it when I want, rather than like having to do it every day.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Just sorting out like
What's that?
keyboards and what frequencies and tankers and all that kind of good stuff.
And that's the shit that takes the longest, eh?
Yeah, because that just duplicates between missions, so once you've done it once, you don't have to do it again.
Yeah. But you really need to keep your wits about it to get it right the first time
Oh
around.
shit.
Now he's flying straight. Oh, you guys are watching it like.
Yes, the bridge is nearly done as well. So. On schedule, everything's looking good.
What I want to know is where is all the hawks?
Well, I'm here.
Yeah, I think a Lacron might be coming as well.
That sounds
That's
good.
something.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably, assuming all goes well, probably bump Lacron and Messi both up to Falcons after this in preparation
yeah.
for the next campaign.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm ready yet.
Well, it doesn't mean that you're at the any particular skill level. It just means you're frequent enough that you know, and you have a bit of experience under your belt. And
But
all
hawk,
done.
being a hawk gives me some plausible deniability.
True.
I like your thinking there.
But no, I would be honored. You know, like I'm here for it.
It just means we can get the new skins rolled out for the start of the next campaign.
Oh hell yeah!
So you'll have your name on the side of the jet. Same with I think Neil still needs his, and quite a few others. But we got a spreadsheet to keep track of that. But that'll only take an hour or two, and then everyone will need to download it again. So that's just why it's like a delay between the skins. So instead of
I
having
think
to
I'll need
download
help
one-
with that. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Yeah, Neil.
of course.
Hello.
Yeah, we'll show how it works. Don't worry.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys that got it wrong the first time or the last time around.
What with the
With the skins and just getting it into the right folders. And,
yeah.
yeah, it's a bit here and there. It's not, if you don't know where to put it, it's gonna mess you.
Do I have? You have the TX
Request
slides that
rearming.
you can send me man? Huh? Or do you have case 1 recovery slides somewhere? Well, it's not nearly as much theory this time as it was last time. For the BBR stuff.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Just be getting reps in.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
just getting practice in, having a good time.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Thank you, tanker, we love you.
To be fair though, you can just open up the stock light and all this triangle.
Okay.
I can use the viewport images. I'll use the
Alright, ready to taxi.
Tanker loves you, right?
Are we also doing air-to-air refilling tonight?
Yeah,
Are
so
we?
with the Cola campaign, so with the Cola campaign, there's going to be a lot of air-to-air refueling. So the plan is to hop in. You'll do traps, so you'll get to your land. You go at whatever landing weight you are. You'll just
Yep.
take off, fly your 7 miles. Then from the 7 miles, you'll turn in straight into the Marshal. So left and join the Marshal at position 3 or something like that. So you're never really leaving 10 miles from the boat. Sit in the
Yeah.
Marshal, do your case run recovery with the hook down. So you'll actually catch wire, land, taxi straight from the deck back to Cat 1 or 2, shoot again, rinse and repeat until you get to like a low fuel state, so like your bingo, and then you just go hit the tanker, and then hopefully that should end up being like, you know, realistically something like 4 to 6 traps and a session of tanking in here as well. And then afterwards we'll look at the tech view, look at people's traps, look at people's trap debriefs. So that's in the channel 2 above this, there's hashtag traps. That will debrief your traps on the deck for the final part.
Yeah. So are we launching straight into the bolter pattern or
Well,
normal
launch,
case
fly the-
1 and
yeah,
then
normal case 1, fly the 7 miles. And
back
then,
into the
and
Marshal?
then into the Marshal like pattern, so yeah, up to 2,000 or 3,000 feet, so in the Marshal.
So-
that'll all be controlled by us. In terms of SOPs, you'll notice that for case 1, we're gonna try and do it as pairs. So
Yeah.
tonight, try and if you can, try and practice it in pairs. You know, take off as a 2-ship, fly it in form, take turns. Who's lead, who's wing. Just we'll go up in pairs. I think there's an even number of us, ish. There's one odd, so it might be in a single, or we can even put a 3-ship up, something like that, and we'll just swap around as needed.
Sounds good. So while you guys are getting ready just for the theory part, I have been really struggling with air-to-air refilling, specifically when it's double ugly config.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any tips how to get past that? Because, I mean, single tank or even double wing tank, I can do it almost with my eyes closed, but Jesus, I'm struggling
and
to
you're not able to-
get the trim.
Yeah, it's just practice warming up the aircraft, but I mean, just trim left or right, and then the problem is, it's also a bit of feel, because as you fill up, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's empty, and then it's gonna start filling up, and you're gonna get a lot of weight going on one side out of nowhere.
Oh, okay, so there's
You
no
just
real
gotta-
trick about it, it's
So you
just...
just gotta compensate. You just gotta deal with it.
Yeah.
It's
What do you think about using the attitude like autopilot?
No.
No.
That does not work, no.
In real life, you'd never use the autopilots because they're nowhere near accurate enough. But I will say that when I was definitely learning, and sometimes when I'm lazy, if the tanker's flying straight and level, I do sometimes an altitude hold. Just to
Yeah,
miss it.
better altitude.
But yeah, you shouldn't use any of the autopilots.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I've learned that
Fly.
as long as the tanker is flying straight and not turning, I can refuel. The minute when he starts turning, that's it.
Alright, what we'll do is I'll just scroll through these and talk about them.
Just for... What is that?
Alright,
Yeah,
here we are.
like one, right? Like one.
So, first things first, as we all may know, it maybe not be talked about too much, the cats. We got the 1, 2, 3, 4 just going from the far right of the boat. So, starboard. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can shoot from 1 and 3 or from 1 and 4 at the same time, whereas cats like 1 and 2 you can't shoot at the same time, 3 and 4 you can't shoot at the same time. But you can shoot these at the same time. So if you're trying to take off in pairs, usually worth having one of you go on 1 or 2 and the other one going on 3 or 4.
Whoa.
So the BRC is the actual direction the boat is steaming through the water, and then your final bearing is going to be the BRC minus 9 degrees, and that's your actual side of the boat. So putting in your BRC is just the direction the boat is going, base recovery course, but your actual landing direction is going to be 9 degrees different to that, so keep that in mind as well. That's nice. That's a fun maneuver. First, get in. This is all Hornet stuff, so it's not applicable to the 2 Tomcats, but here's just some system limitations on speeds and weight. But it doesn't really matter.
I got some dirt at 5 o'clock.
Final checks and all that kind of stuff, we don't care too much. Alright, case 1 departure. We've talked about plenty, but this is just a nice diagram showing it. Yikes, I think you're
Got it.
so here, if you're on 3 and 4, you do your 15-degree turn to the left and then back to the right, or in fact even here it says up to 20 degrees. So you just do your clearing turn, and that's so you're away from departing traffic on the other cats, and then level out. Remember, it's 300 knots and 500 feet. The speed one, I don't really mind too much. If you go 350, no one's going to really care. The big one is making sure you do not go above 500 feet. If you're at 400 feet, 300 feet, sure, but above 500 feet is definitely a big no-no. So that's my main one for this, and it's out to 7 miles, and then you do your turn and arc and fly onto a course. Tonight that's going to be probably a left turn to join the Marshall ladder, which will show up myself.
Can you show an example for the official comms for the departure part?
Yeah, for the comps. I don't actually know if I have any for departure comps. No, I don't. But for your comps, so you're on a taxi. Your flight lead will be like, alright, let's start heading to the cats, call your taxis, and so it'll be your aircraft board number, taxiing to whatever catapult you want to go to. Once your intention, you're ready to go. Yikes, can you just this one?
Oh, sorry.
Leaking.
So for your actual shot, it'll be something like, you know, your board number, shooting, and then the catapult you're on. So 201 shooting catapult.
It says ziplet right there.
Whereabouts on this? Com reports ziplet. It depends. For in the real world, a lot of this is ziplet, including the recovery, but we don't do it ziplet because it's immediate.
Ziplet is only for the real departure, not for the CQ, right?
Yeah, because in theory you can do all this without ever having to talk. But how we've been doing it is we talk. Just so everyone's in the know of what's happening, because you don't have a real world tower or real world shooters actually deconflicting your shooting. We have to do the deconflicting ourselves. That's the concept. And then once you get to 7 miles, it's usually something like your board number, passing 7 miles, and then that would be when you'd usually change radio frequency, but for us, we're not going to change radio frequency because we're going back to the boat. But yeah, so the 3 comms I like to hear are the taxiing to the cat, shooting the cat, and when you pass 7 miles. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Alright, here's the kind of big boy diagram that can definitely be intimidating at first. But you get used to it. So you've taken off, you find your 7 miles. This big, thick ring is what we call the Marshall. It is a 5-mile diameter loop to the left of the boat, with position 1 being directly over the boat and position 3 being a beam 5 miles away. It's better to be a bit shorter than a bit larger, so kind of think of 5 miles as about a max. You know, if you end up in position 3 or 4 miles, but 5 miles is kind of what you want to aim for. That means that in position 2 and 4, it will say roughly 3.5 miles on the TACAN, so you know you're doing it right. And your angle of bank in this loop, as it says here, depending on where you are, is anywhere from 16 to 19 degrees. Just do a bit of looking out the window, a bit of feel. For me, I tend to sit it at somewhere around 18 to 20, and it works out just fine. But that's your angle of bank you want to be aiming for. The whole Marshall is flown at a speed of 250 knots. So put your altitude hold on at 250 knots. If you're the wingman, all you're doing is just following your lead. They should be holding an altitude in the thousands, so either 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, or 250 knots. So you're in the Marshall, la-di-da. You haven't heard anyone commence in a hot minute. That means it's probably your turn to commence. It's a bit of manual sorting used to commence. The lower you are in the Marshall, the sooner you should commence. So if you're the deal at 2,000, it's on commence. On here, it's a commence in position 3, but we've been talking about potentially being able to commence from anywhere, like that in the room. But for tonight, we'll just keep it nice and simple. Commence from position 3. That's just a go from 250 knots to 350 knots, descending down to 800 feet, and then it's kind of this wider turn outside the Marshall. Kind of do it however you want to do it safely. Something like this kind of works, but if it's a bit tighter, whatever. But you're aiming for an initial point of 3 miles behind the back of the boat at 350 knots, 3 nautical miles away, 800 feet. And that sets it up for the case when it's off. So does anyone have any questions about any of this from being in the Marshall or how to get to initial?
So, question, you come out of the Marshall, right? Coming around, you hit that initial 3 nautical miles, 350 knot. When do you slow down and breath and feel?
Yep, that's a lot later.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's after the break.
We should have you hook down in this.
Yeah, so your hook should be already down in the Marshall. We put our hook down to get 50 miles from the boat. So basically the second tonight, once you pass the 7 miles point, that'd be instant. Because it doesn't have 50 effect. So here you are, you're at the initial point 3 miles away, 800 feet, 350 knots. You're coming in, you're flying over or just to the right of the boat. Kind of putting the wake of the boat, like kind of to the left of your left knee, kind of something like that. So passing just to the right of the boat, 350 knots, 800 feet. Boom. Fly past the boat, you wait for your TACAN, you're flying along BRC is the other thing for this, so you're flying the same direction as the boat is driving. You hit, for us tonight, we're going to do 1 mile as our break point for the first person. We won't do any shit hots, maybe we'll can do it towards the end if we can practice it. So this is where you've hit a mile on your TACAN, so you're a mile in front of the boat, but your throttle you pull to 3.5 Gs. You're slowing down, now you're 300 knots, you're pulling 3 Gs. You're 250 knots, you're pulling 2.5 Gs. It takes a bit of practice, eventually you do it without even looking, it's fully by feel, but that's the kind of rough rule in your head to maintain, and that should end up putting you here. And you're downwind, descending to 600 feet, and starting to do your final config. So that, like you said, Messi, this is where you put down your gear and flaps.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's right towards the end of this turn. Sometimes I cheat it and do it here in the turn. If you're later in the break, you can do it when you level out. But the sooner you do it, the longer you have to trim the speed. So in this downwind leg, you're descending down to 600 feet. You're configuring as needed, so that's gear flaps down, do your landing checklists, trim on speed. Flying down, your distance from the boat should be somewhere between 1 to 1.3 miles from the boat. So once you get in line of the boat, if it says, 1.1, you're at 1, less than 1, wider than 1.25, it just makes the rest of the side. So try and get the habit of getting this distance away. I think, I don't know, Mo, do you have a boat actually? Yeah, so tonight, there'll be a destroyer here, just while we're training at 1.2 miles a minute. So that'll be a nice aiming point while you're learning to get used to that distance away.
Here we go.
Void.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry. This slide is based on the old flight model of the Hornet. You see, it's not the updated one, is it? Because I know.
What are you talking about exactly? Because this applies for the Tomcat mostly.
Yeah, I know with the
What
new
number are you worried about?
just the beam distance.
Yeah, beam distance between 1 to 1.3 is what you aim for. I almost always aim for 1.1.
It's the same for the Tomcats. Far as I know.
And you can still base that distance off the tactic.
Yeah.
But you gotta remember, if you're over here, the distance can be longer. This distance is only applicable when you're right alongside it, right?
It's the troller distance, just that bottom right.
So the big one here is when you start your base turn. A lot of people tend to delay this turn quite a lot. That can really mess you up. A good rule of thumb is to turn right as you pass the back of the boat. So if you've got a supercarrier, which you all do, if you're doing the radio comms, when it says paddles contact, that's about when you're looking to turn. It feels way sooner than you think, but you gotta remember this boat is traveling 27 knots that way. So by the time you've done this turn, it's no longer there, it's somewhere. On this turn, something between 27 and 30 degrees angle of bank, maintaining on speed. You're looking for about 450 to 500 feet AGL in the 90. Usually you're a tiny bit late, so 500 in the 90 is almost perfect. So that means 500 feet when you're 90 degrees through your turn. Keep the turn going at 27 to 30 degrees angle of bank, and you should end up here at around about 370 feet AGL, starting to go into the wings level transition, and that should put you roughly 15 to 18 seconds away from landing on the boat. And then it's, as we've all done before, call the ball, and it's meatball lineup AOA. So make sure you're maintaining on speed, make sure that you're not too high, not too low, make sure you're in line with the center line. And then all you're doing is flying those three things. So meatball lineup AOA, meatball lineup AOA, meatball lineup AOA. And then right as you get to, 50 feet or so, you're about to touch the deck, it's just meatball. It's just meatball, 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 boom, hit the deck. In our nice little Hornets, we're a bit lucky in the sense we have a nice HUD. If you do feel like you need to aim your velocity vector anywhere, aiming it just right of center line, kind of at the end of the angled deck, so if you can see my mouse right about here on the boat, if you're pointing your velocity vector there, your kind of when you go into the wings level transition, that usually puts you in a pretty good spot for a 2 to 3 line. Does that all make sense for flying the Case-1?
I think so.
Awesome. Briefly, we'll just talk about the wave off and the bolter. So let's say you're told to wave off where you hit the deck and don't catch a wire. Don't panic. A lot of people go full AB and shoot into fucking space. Right? It's a gentle, just need a positive rate of climb, and you can come off the power again. You're only climbing to 600 feet. Turn right onto BRC, and then do a left turn back into the downwind. And that will set you back up. Just whole time, you stay configured, so you keep your flaps and your gear down. You're still on speed. All it is just a gentle climb back up to 600 feet and then resetting back into the downwind. It's not a, oh fuck, full AB, 20 degrees, nose up, and you're back at 2,000 feet. Like, you don't need to panic. And here's a good rule of thumb. Each bolter takes around 500 pounds of gas. Or each powder, sorry. So if you're on, 4,000 pounds, you've got eight shots to land. So you're chilling. Any questions about the bolter?
What if there's someone else also
Sure.
trying to...
So that's a good point. Right of way. It's gonna get busy. So, who has right of way to land? Well, there's a thing called first past the bow. So, bow is the front of the boat. Whoever passes it first then has landing priority. So let's say we're flying here on initial, we're in the break, boom. This guy now just bolters as we're here in the break. We pass the bow of the ship first, he's landing behind us. So he extends his length down the BRC and then will turn downwind behind us. Well, let's say the other way around. You're coming into land, you bolter. They're at 1 mile initial. They're somewhere back here. You've passed the bow of the boat first. So what you do is you don't start your downwind turn straight away. They extend their brake turn before they do their brake, so they end up behind you. And that's how the landing priority works. So first pass the bow.
Request rejoin.
Assuming you see it.
Assuming you see them. Well, that's a lot of looking out. It's all should be very visual traffic, especially if you're here in your initial. If you're flying over, you can see the deck really easily, so you'll see if someone bolters. Also remember, you're going to hear it on the radio. Whenever someone bolters, they'll say bolter. On the radio, yes they should. Just as much as if you're boltering, when you bolter and turn this way, you have all of this in front of you. So you should see someone if they're on their downwind or their brake. It'd be pretty unlucky to not see anyone. One last thing I'll throw in here before we actually go and start flying is no matter what, fly it correctly. Let's say you get to here when you should do your base turn. You've just hit the back of the boat. You're meant to start your base to final turn. And there's someone still new, not going to say names. He's flying 2 miles this way before doing their turn. Right? Fuck him. Fly it as you're meant to fly it, and then if you end up in front of them, whoever is the lower aircraft on this approach, so let's say you do this turn and you end up right next to them, but maybe you're lower because you're at your 370 feet, or you're a tad ahead of them, so you should be a tad lower, you have right away. So if you cut into front of someone here, because you've flown it correctly, that's their fly it correctly. Don't extend your downwind because they extended theirs. Because what's happening is if we all do that, then the next person has to extend, the next person has to extend, the next person has to extend, and it just becomes chaos. So just fly it as intended. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if you cut in front of someone, the other person calls out what on the radio.
So let's say I'm doing it as intended, blah 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 blah. Let's say you, for whatever reason, you're too focused on trimming on speed, maintaining 600 feet. You get to here and you're like, oh fuck, I forgot to turn. You do
that'll
your
probably
turn.
happen.
Exactly. Right, you do your turn.
Target 4 miles.
You end up here. Now I'm slightly ahead of you. It'd just be 212 going around, 212 wave off, and it's just fly over the deck of the runway of the boat safely, and then go back into this wave off pattern, like you said.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So you just fly. It's all like, think of the whole phase 1 as like imaginary roads. That's all it is. It makes where you are should be very predictable for everyone. Alright, that's the theory. That's the easy stuff. The hard stuff is actually doing it. Landing on the boat is a very perishable skill. It takes a lot of practice, but it'll be a good time tonight. Just practicing putting the boat on the deck. Mo, do you have the server up? Could you put the server? And then in terms of names tonight, just go off of what you are in Discord. So, and then we'll just use our numbers. So, Falcon, T01, T02, T05, T09, T13, 012, and then Wingover, I guess you can be whatever board number you want.
Is it JTF operation?
Yes. And remember, after your traps, feel free to have a quick look at hashtag traps in the Discord.
Is there something? Yeah, I think it's... Two days to check. Like publish.
Talking about our SOPs and doing it in pairs, shall we split up into pairs? We'll have me and Bossfark take a hawk each, and then I guess Mo, Gonzo, and Neil, you guys can work together as a three singles, or some pair or a single. That's up to you guys.
Wouldn't it be better to like that's the first two landings, the singles and then the pairs?
Yep, I can also do that.
Just two groups.
Sure, yeah, if we, and then, okay, we'll do that. We'll just do it all as singles, and then we can start practicing in pairs, just based off of who's on the deck well. All very ad hoc. No real time constraints. We can do this for an hour, we can do this for 4 hours. It's just whatever you guys are ready for. Frequency stuff for the tanker that's following the boat, is that going to yeet and then
Marshall 102.
if not, we'll find it out for you guys in the same deal.
Angel 1, stay 8.2.
Equally, it's completely up to you guys if you're pretty new, so looking at the Hawks, I just go single satellite bag, and that's about it, call it a day. More experience, try going double likely or something. Just
Also, it's only
Tower
4 hostiles.
102. Overhead Angel 102. See you at 10.
Oh, really?
Tower, Roger. BRC 102.
That's neat, yeah. Now spawning into our jet. Yeah.
Alright, I gotta go AFK for like 10 minutes here. Join you guys in here.
No worries.
And feel free to just ask if you have any questions, of course. Yeah, just ask. Frequency is 306, as always, for the event.
.306 is preset 11.
Tomcat ball 8.0.
Say preset 11.
Are you firm?
When my VR is acting up, I'm gonna take my headphones off and shoot for a few.
Apologies. What's the server?
JTF operations.
It's JTF Operation Server, and the password will be Troy.
Thank you.
And yeah, just get some traps and good practice.
Gonzo,
Huh?
what's happening, buddy?
I was just changing my name according to the multiplayer. I'll be in a second. All good.
No worries, I'm just asking how you are.
Yeah, yeah.
What's happening?
Good Sunday was terrible weekend at work. Not much. But,
Oh no.
I went for lunch, for brunch with some neighbors. And,
Okay.
all good.
That's good.
Looking forward to putting some traps, practice on our few.
Yeah.
He said the password was Troy? Like
Troy.
TR All lowercase, Troy?
I don't think
capital
that's.
T.
Yeah, let me triple check.
I think it's Ghostbusters.
No, it's
It was way
Ghostbusters,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It's
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, JTF operations, Ghostbusters. The other big one I forgot to mention is just because since we're now doing recovering and launching ups at the same time, let's try and only use Cat 1 and Cat 2. And if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
crossing the deck, make sure you tell landing traffic you're crossing, just as much as don't cross the deck. You know, check the patterns as you're crossing the deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, which server you guys on?
We are on JTF operation server, passwords Ghostbusters. We're doing just case 1 laps, so do your standard case 1 departure out to 7 miles, and then when hitting 7 miles, you just turn left, rejoin the marshal at position 3. Do that in loops. Land with the hook down, and then once you catch, just go straight to Cat 1 or 2. And then if you get low on gas, there's a tanker in the air near the carrier as well to practice some tanking.
Sounds good.
Whoever's running to cut now is all playing these damage.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
For some reason to me,
Copy.
Yeah. And make sure you guys have got the correct board numbers on your jets. So,
Chief, connect ground air supply.
so you Zeus 400.
I was trying to suggest to respawn on a new
Ground air
jet.
supply is now connected.
I'm sorry guys, I'm having issues with meta. I normally like to test this thing before the give it a chance to do it.
What's it doing?
It's like I hit the button to open the Windows meta software, and it shows the meta icon and like a little spinny wheel. It's just been sitting there. So I'm gonna maybe try to kill it and reopen it.
Yeah, you might actually have to restart your computer. I run into that every so often where I've got to just full, complete shutdown, restart.
Yeah, let me do that then. Rather than trying to troubleshoot this, a restart most likely. So, give me a few minutes, guys. I apologize. I'll be right back.
No worries.
Big thing, this many people doing lots of loops in the carrier, make sure you're communicating as well, guys. The 306, everything you need, try to
Angels 3.
Going to pass on to Mo.
It's a strange one
I'd
to
like to try and
radio
help with him
check.
when we're done doing, after we do a few laps. To see if I can
Oh,
get
that's
this
clear.
working for the, what's it called? For the report
Copy that.
to Discord on for the training server.
Oh my god.
Oop, my game crashed. I was 107.
213, checking in, Cat 3.
Wait, I got a weird error. Pure texture required. What is that?
Yeah, there's something that you're running that's buggering up client, pure client. So maybe you want to put textures or something. It's basically a mod. Yeah.
I don't have time to do integrity check. No, I don't have any mods.
213, up and ready.
Would it be the deliveries?
No, it won't be the liveries. It's probably a mod or just something you altered somewhere. that's not, you know, standard. It's gonna give you the same thing when you're launching, when you playing basically online servers. It will also give you that. So it's if you go into the multiplayer and you click on the shield, it will give you basically where the fault is. On the
green initially, and then became red.
Yeah, just click on the red shield, it will tell you what textures is the one that's giving trouble.
Yeah, by the way, I was Vengers 3 on the stack.
205.
Probably.
So,
Don't worry, Marshall. Socket 202 taxis, get one. Back forward on white height. Scratch, taxi, get one. Down, okay. Don't worry, Marshall. Socket 202 taxi, get one. Tower, 3, arcade, Scratch taxi, cat 2, or cat 1, that's accurate. 205, copy.
That works. It seems to do it.
oh my god, I need to get some better head tracking.
I noticed that the Park's Tomcats are taking part of the landing area.
Why can you post presentation?
It's just shifting,
Yeah.
Lincoln Marshall, 202 launching, cat. Fall back, fall back. Going back. 205, taxi, cat 2. Tower 213, come in.
Oh, please run through your check.
Can we avoid using the eye? Not too much.
Yeah. Also, don't use the AI ATC because it's just going to speak over everyone. Try and do the comms yourself rather than the AI comms.
107, taxiing to Cat 4.
Bombastic, try to only use Cat 1 and 2 because there's people landing on the deck, remember, so you kind of don't want to use 3 and 4.
107, taxiing to Cat
one or two. We'll see.
It's just shifting away, you know. Weird.
And wing over, make sure you call your taxis and use your 6, remember.
Alright.
Left enter for Marshall stack. Who's established in the Marshall? What altitude, highest altitude?
Question, what does the tanker have a TACA?
Technically, people say it's like the usual is the underhand.
Could be on the kneeboard.
Tower 213 initial. Tower 213 initial. Do I get control? It's CTOF. Do you think? 213. Conroy Marshall, through Washington Cat 2.
Gonzo, you're going the wrong way in the Marshall. Remember, point 1 is flying the same direction as the boat, not the opposite direction as the boat.
107, shooting Cat 1.
Alright, I thought that I had to go on the back of the boat first and then start the circle.
Yep,
Coming
or you can join it 5 miles abeam, going the direction you are, right? You can join it at any of the 4 points. It doesn't just have to be joining it at the boat.
Okay.
202 entering Marshall stack point 3. I just do. 213 at the beam.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
It's because of the chair, of course.
Disconnect ground air supply.
Clinchers? Anyone wanna join us?
Turn off the ground power.
2-ship landing or something?
I have to get airborne first.
213, green day. Last shield.
I will wait for you at the tanker.
Roger that.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Is entering the Marshall at Angel 2000, Angel 2.1.
Tower 213, mention Cap 1.
Commencing, close light 6.8. 05 is moving up, Cat 2.
Tower clinch 1 and 2, texting Cat 1.
05, shooting off, Cat 2.
Yeah, we can't use the tanker because we don't know the frequency.
Control left, right, forward, left, 6, right, okay, quite nice. Salute. We will, oh, here we go.
Do we know the tanker frequency, the Viking?
05, passing 791. 14.
Clinch 1 and 2, air 1.
213, Hornets Ball, 35, 3.
205 on me. Say again? 205 me.
205.
Try preset 13 for the tanker, shell 11.
This one to switching off the tanker.
What is blue now?
202 entering break.
231.
Chester says the S3 Viking is 231.
Yeah, 231. Oh.
Hey, yikes. There?
Taxi.
Join me at the tanker, yeah?
Yeah. I can't get a tagging signal from the tanker.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna have to look at this map. The stacking doesn't work. He's flying Angel 6.
His tagging is 1 X-ray.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. It's broken.
Yeah, 00 X-ray does work. 001 X-ray. It's from the kneeboard. I think the mission maker shuffled settings. So 1 X-ray is correct for the S3B tanker.
Is Shell 11 supposed to be race connecting like NASCAR at Dover?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tank with it.
Yeah, I think it's trying to stay near the boat, but once you actually get set up and recontact, he'll level out. What he'll do is like tank your AI turn rather than the super hard turn.
1-1, Uzi 1, request rejoin.
But I don't know. Good luck.
1-1. Uzi 1. Request rejoin.
Yeah.
You actually found it?
Yeah, I'm behind you.
Okay, well, my idea was to just rejoin.
I'm forming up with the tanker.
Okay, I see you. I'm rejoining this.
Ready, recontact.
He's turning.
Ready, recontact.
Oh, you're still tanking, so he doesn't accept me.
Ready, recontact. Ready, recontact.
I don't think so.
Okay, easy now. Take it slow.
I'm not seeing any options to abort.
Yep.
Looks like you're tanking.
Yep. Yep.
Fuel 13,500.
He's really slow.
Do you actually need fuel? My idea was just to rejoin you.
It's practice.
Okay.
I need to learn to micromanage these engines. Okay, stop giving fuel.
Fuel 16,500. Report rejoin.
I'm on your right.
Nice. Topped off now.
Okay, I'm going to the right too. Is there some bunch of hornets behind us or something? Nobody's tanking. Trim. You have your hook down.
There's a friendly Hornet.
Are we not recover now?
Sure. I have to burn some gas first. Too heavy to land. Dumping fuel. Tanker navigation. Let's.
Fall back, fall back.
Let's fly at 10 miles radius a beam until we dumped enough fuel.
212 Nepal.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep like 8 or 9,000.
That's okay. Just have 6,000 pounds to dump.
201 command.
Now we have to figure out what the top of the stack and join there, right?
Correct. Let's join the stack at 7,000.
The tanker doesn't spread out, it turns all the way out. All the way by tanker. 201.
Where's the carrier group? He's over there. Okay, let's turn this beast out. Okay, I still need 4,000 pounds to dump.
202, entering break.
One initial.
101, taxi, taxi.
Shifting cap.
Holding Marshall pattern at Angel 2.2. 202, beam.
Okay, let's join the stack.
Wonderful, 4.3.
Can we request a repair if we messed up? You know, like Wheels does, messed up one of his landing gear.
201 beam. And Messi, I just reslot. Usually faster just to get a rejet.
Just respawn.
Zero 202, green deck. 202, contacting Cat 1.
Tower, 2 ship Tomcats, join the stack, Angel 7000.
Can hook down now?
Sure. The sooner the better.
205, over shall 1.
Now let's try to fly in a 5-mile radius circle around the boat.
It's actually very easy. Okay, the other thing was maintaining 250 knots. If you maintain 250 knots, and you put the altitude hold on 7,000, and you only have to
Question, where do I see my AOP?
You know, on the
So the
bottom of
hashes in your HUD
HSC,
represent your angle of bank. Each line is 15 degrees, and then the small ones closer 5 degrees.
you know, on the bottom of your HSC, there's like lines, black lines.
I know how to fly altitude. But let's try to fly a 5-mile radius circle.
Yeah, thank you. 202, intention rate and launch.
I was talking about the proper bank.
I was supposed to be 250 knots on the Marshall, instead I was 350.
Can't hear you with the other guys talking.
Yeah. I'll explain it later, but good to call it out. Also 200
And Boss Mark, I'm gonna join you at the Marshall here in a second. I'll catch up.
Copy that.
Does it need to be 300 in this stack? Because 250 is utterly slow, man.
250. 250, I'm sure. Also, your hook is up, I think. And I can ask. What was the pattern? 250, right?
Yeah, it says
250 for the
250,
marshal.
yeah.
I think your hook is still up.
Yeah, hook is still up, yeah.
Pretty sure there's nothing below us. We can descend to like 3,000.
202, clear 7 miles, left and turn, 4 marshal stacking.
Sure, never mind.
Tower.
Current marshal stack shows 2,000, 3,000, 6,000, 7,000.
These are on shooting camera.
Let's descend to 400, right?
Tower, request descend stack to 4,000 for 2-ship Tomcat.
It's all self-controlled, you just gotta descend when it's clear below you. You can have multiple flights at the same altitude as marshal.
We cannot descend.
Well, it sounded like they told us when we see it's okay, we do it. If it looks clear.
102, descend to flight level 4,000.
Copy that. And that's
209, commit.
There's also this half circle where we can only descend and climb higher if necessary.
Yeah.
Which side of the boat was
I'm
that?
gonna check the S3 speed. I don't know if it's just a little
Left
slow.
side of the boat, just in front of the boat, in front of
Okay.
Or actually, it's exactly the opposite. It's behind the boat.
Okay. Behind the boat now. We are behind the boat.
202, entering marshal stack, maintenance spot. 201 passing 7 miles, working rejoin 202.
Is practicing this spin. I need to get better at getting at 5 nautical miles. I was too tight on the first round. Then I'm gonna try and approach.
Arriving at 4,000.
Yeah, it's all self-controlled. If you haven't heard someone commence in about 30 seconds and you're near point 3, just commence. Doesn't really matter what altitude you're at. It's all visual fire.
212, taxiing the Cat 1.
05, commencing at point 2. That's point 2 or 3.
You can commence from anywhere, but point 3 is good practice.
Okay.
1-1 descending to 3,000.
202, descending 4,000.
Wait, space is here. Why don't they rejoin us so we're 3 ships?
because running a 3 ship gets a little extra complicated. So I'm going to come in, and I also haven't flown in quite a while.
209 commencing.
It's hard to see if we're okay to descend.
202 established, engines full. Full 3
Okay, let's descend to 3000.
Also, watch your speed. You're going a bit fast, no?
Yeah, this thing's want to accelerate now.
101 descended to 2000.
05, descending to positive 2.
212 taking off from Cat 1.
Established regional 4 of the surface space. Rejoin that
05, going down to Marshall's 1.
The lowest Marshall altitude is 2000.
Alright, sorry.
God damn it.
101's commencing.
What's your speed, man?
Okay.
Oh, your hook is still up.
Yeah, I know. Let's descend to 2000. Tower 2 ship don't get descending to Angels 2000.
212 bypass the flow of the 7-mile mark. Rejoin.
202, dropping altitude, Angels 3.
Uh, 05, commencing.
One, 101.
Shoot.
Does paddles work if we don't contact the ATC?
You won't get the voice paddles now.
202, established Angels 3. Holding hands with 201.
Case round to establish Angels 2. With 107.
101 initial.
209 AB.
205, rejoin 202.
Back speed is at 350.
250.
Okay, thank you. .212, 7 miles out, joining the Marshall line.
209, I'm fine.
And he just
Where's Mr. Bombastic? Oh dear.
I don't see anyone in the air. Oh, there's a guy in front of us. Who's that?
No idea.
Green deck.
So I assume we are the next party to request for an initial.
05 breaking at 018.
Okay, gotta call commencing before you decide to do it.
Tower, Gyps, Clinch 102 and Clinch 107 request commencing. Your speed.
202 descending, Angel 2.
Okay, let's descend.
101 Tomcat Ball 6.9.
Sorry guys, what's the tacket for the tanker?
Should be 15 Yankee.
Second, sail off. 05,
Should be either 15 or 16 Yankee.
Right deck.
Are we commencing?
Yeah, we commence.
212 commencing from point 1.
Oh,
I'd commence from point 3. That's Royal Island.
Okay,
202 established, Angel 2.
Okay, you go
I have
first.
been nervous getting the trap in a while. I can tell I'm out of practice.
okay, Clinch 102 commencing. Okay, kissing off.
cut to
107, kissing off.
Bro, I keep forgetting that carrier moves.
212 commencing from point 3.
Commencing 1.3. Hook down, flaps down, gear down. Tower, Cleanser 1-2 on final.
401, Tomcat ball, 6.4.
201 holding, 202 holding answer, 201, 205, commencing, low state 2.4.
Seven a beam.
Clincher 107 miles astern, Green Marshall 6.
Oh, 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 oh. Red deck.
400. Cop the one wire.
Green deck.
Tomcat ball, 6.1.
To taxiing Cat 1. So I had this
wave off. Brake, gear, beam, initial, hook down, wing sweep, AUVs.
Path line initial.
212 turning final.
Fucking traffic, yeah. Alright.
Marshall, 101, entering stack 2000.
107, turning final.
Braking.
212 wave off.
Oh.
Mustafa, I'm 300.
Oh. Just wanted to launching Cat 1.
guys are ready.
Yeah, remember, Messi is first past the mount.
Yep.
Just means you fly that down the multi-passer for a long time before you turn in.
It's holding.
Flying to
202, beam.
Bye-bye.
I'll fly past the boat further and we cut in.
If I was you, I'd do a right hand to 360 right there. Then that should put you behind everyone.
Oh, okay.
Beam.
Green deck.
Spotted ball 1.7.
You made it? Nice.
Says I'm a 5 up here.
We're go for fuel.
Green dick. 201 Hornetball 500.
One commencing.
107, taxi cat 1.
Green deck.
Do you gotta call out turning final, or is meatball like the same thing?
205 on full.
That's what the beam call is. That's when you start your turn.
Oh, I missed that. Okay. Meatball is when you're lined up though, right?
Paper. That's when you transition to the level.
212 meatball.
110, Fall.
So, Messi, there's a foul deck. You just keep flying the pattern, and then if it's not clear in time, you wave off. But it is clear in time, so you're good to continue.
That's what I thought. I was watching it.
107, taxi to cat 1.
So around about here is where you'd wave off if you're still in the way.
I'm gonna hit the tanker again. Let's see if we can make a sour.
Uzi 1, request re- 1-1, Uzi 1, request rejoin.
Tinker, 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 tinker. There he is.
Glide slope is like 3 degrees down.
Loosen up, we got this. Just a bit to the right.
Whoa. What are you doing, tanker? No.
Abort rejoin. One. Uzi, 1. Request rejoin. Uzi, 1. Ready, recontact. 250. Ready, recontact.
Just a bit to the left.
You're taking fuel. Return pre-contact.
Reel it in.
You're taking fuel.
We're connected. Fuel 6,500. Fuel 7,500.
Return pre-contact.
Fuel 8,500. You got this, man.
You're taking
You can do it, man.
return pre-contact.
Oops. Little left. 13,000. Keep her steady. She is thirsty. Fuel 15,000. Okay, easy now. Take it slow. Keep her steady.
Go ahead.
Just a bit to the left. We're taking fuel. Fuel 17,000. Fuel 18,000.
It's been great, guys. Got to drop. Catch you later. Thanks for
Hey,
setting
Vincent.
this up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, take care.
Ooh.
That's it, we're full. Thank you, tanker.
Abort rejoin.
Friendly, F-18, 7 o'clock, 4 miles.
plunge.
Yeah, tanks are full again. Let's see what this Vasquez is hanging out. Oh. Oh.
Just for horn full. 444.
Oh, there he is.
Roger, ball. Little right. Red deck.
212 joining the Marshall stack, miles out at 2000.
Roger that.
107.
Red deck.
107 initial.
Check wing sweep. Check up.
Okay.
212 commencing from point 3 Marshall stack.
So remember, message
Here,
you
two
on your
pilots
call.
contact.
Once each all commencing, you want to be descending to 800 feet but accelerating to 350 knots.
Oh, thank you.
Tower Clinch 102 joining Marshall
You're
at
looking
7000.
for being straight at 3 miles behind the back of the boat. So you probably turned a little bit too early here, but that's alright. Still fix it. It's just gonna be pretty hard to make a left turn here.
One or seven paddles contact.
100 ball.
Roger, ball. Little high.
Alright, make
Little
sure you
left.
call initial.
I was gonna go
Red deck.
around one more time.
It's too late for that. That was not a good
Green deck.
Just remember you want to be 350 knots, 800 feet.
I call initial now.
No, you should you call initial 3 miles behind the boat.
Oh,
This is just your brake. Now remember 3.5 G turn. And you're on
17
idle
bring it
power.
right. Bring it right. Power. Power.
Power!
Right deck.
Call deck.
Alright, this is where you configure, gear flaps down, and then remember you should be ascending down to 600 feet at this point. And trim on speed, so you're quite fast.
Yeah, I should have already been at on speed. I gotta make my turn.
Alright, start your turn. Still trim on speed in the turn. Just a bit trim.
212 B.
Green deck.
How's contact?
Looking good. Looks like you might end up being a little less.
I want 400 when out my final rank.
If you turned it on time, I think you're a bit far back, so you'll want to be a bit higher.
It's a 3-degree glide slope, right? 212 meatball. Is it like 3 degrees for the glide? Yeah.
I don't know. Come on.
Two, drifting right. Lower the power. Power.
Here we go.
Right deck.
Very nicely done.
Nice 3-wire on that one.
There you go. First, whatever. Instead of going idle, you just kept the power in the whole time. You just glided onto the deck and brake your gear. Happy days.
And it feels like I'm gonna fly over. I gotta get over that feeling. Yeah.
So you gotta keep in mind when you come up behind the boat, there's a drop that you're gonna make. If you don't have your power in, you'll fall into the back and hit the fantail. That's probably why you hit early.
Okay, good.
The Tomcats are really susceptible to it, so it's why we see a lot of one wires with us.
Yeah, the feeling of feeling you're going to get past it is you gotta remember the hook's all the way at the back and you're all the way at the front. Yeah, what can we do from Captain?
102, you're the second last in the stack, 209. I'm showing you at 700 feet. Are you re-entering?
Yeah, 102 here. I mean, it's only one in the stack, or?
102, you don't want to stack out to 72,000. Well, commence when you're ready.
Roger, descending to Angels 2000.
Guys, what's the PRC for the boat?
259. Give an eye on full initial. Check. Huh?
Well,
Zero 9 paddles contact.
Tower 102 request commencing.
102 commencement ready. 102, do you advise we're still dumping fuel?
Correct. One or two commencing.
Two 209, you're high.
209, final.
Two 9 still high. Drifting left. Power. Red deck. Green deck.
Tower 102 on issue.
102, pattern's yours.
Okay. One, two, kissing off.
Paddles, contact.
On beam. Yeah. Tower 102 on final. Hook down, gear down, flaps down. Very good, 50, 45. Come on, don't get.
Tomcat ball, 11.7.
1, 2, pull the ball.
Roger ball. Bring it right. You're high. Bolter, bolter, bolter.
Whoa. Where did those like 10 F-18s come from?
This massively covered the entire fleet.
Yeah.
It's
One or two on me.
watching, because I'm pretty sure that's the same mistake that I always make. Like I land too soon, and like you said, my hook bounces over the cables.
One, two, check hook.
Yeah, that's what you can do.
One or two hook is down.
I mean, that's why you do the angle of attack.
Hey, yo, was the S3B tanking at the PRS? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, who's taking? Then I was like, oh, okay.
Wait, what? Oh, that's wild. I never seen that.
Yeah, well, it's run out of fuel, so it's got to get more. That's actually pretty fucking cool.
Crit?
The baby tanker suckling from the mama tanker.
Well, it's really
It fucking sucks at it,
Oh
though.
my god. This baby's tweaking.
But to be fair, though, it was a nightmare tanking on MPRS. That's in orbit.
Don't get low.
Tomcat ball. 1.3.
It can't do it.
Roger, ball.
It's trying.
Oh no. Poor baby.
Yeah, the second it connects, it does the same thing.
It starts tweaking.
It's in a loop.
Come right.
Yeah, it like dives left as soon as it contacts the basket.
Yep. Fix the game, ED.
Little high.
Oh.
Bolter, bolter. Hit early.
Hey.
One or two. You're also coming in way heavy. Drop about 2,000 pounds of gas.
Also, it looks like you idle the power right before it dips down.
Let's dump some more fuel.
Messy, so you see how the Tomcat's fuel dumping at the moment? And like you can see all the fuel vaporizing behind the back of it.
Is that what that is?
The Tomcat. Yeah, that's the fuel dump.
Oh.
Polluting the environment.
Yeah.
I'm curious why we can't see it now. It's same for the 15.
Yeah, where are you going, guys?
That's a long.
Like, you're so far away.
He's either going to do a case 3 or
A beam? Oh yeah.
or he's just getting some time to let that fuel dump off.
Yeah.
He was about 2,000 pounds heavy.
A beam delayed 2 minutes.
Yeah. This is what I was saying about the really late turns. Like, you gotta turn way sooner than this.
I think the reason is just
But yeah, no, you just wanted time for fuel dump.
Pick
So-
up your tank.
I don't know about, well, at that point his tank's ready to are dry. Much better, 8.5. Roger, ball. So with the Tomcat in the unloaded configuration he's in, he's good for about 9,600 pounds of gas to be on weight. You guys will probably have to do some math to see where you would be in the Hornet, but it's a good idea to keep an idea of what your weapons cost you in terms of weight, and what your max track weight is. Because if you're heavy, you'll never get on you're on AOA.
We have a screen in the Hornet that tells you how heavy you are.
Cheaters.
Yeah, we don't need to do the mental math, it just tells us how heavy we are.
Check your checklist. Like, yeah.
Come right.
Yeah, we have a checklist page that tells you your max trap weight and it also tells
Even
you your
up.
current weight, so just good to hear.
Perfect.
Wave him up, Space. Wave him up.
Yeah, he's looking good right now. He actually should probably be a touch higher.
That's fine.
Well, no, according to the screen, it should be a touch higher. Just because it doesn't account for the Tomcat's size.
Yeah, no, I think on,
Power!
yeah, on the trap sheets,
Hey.
like you should, from flying the Tomcat bit by second, like, you should be a bit high. And it feels better, because like the ball's calibrated for the
A Tomcat just spawned in my face.
the bunch of Tomcats now been parked on the boat. Mo's just messing around with his scripts to make the boat look occupied.
Wow.
Could make it do a walkie.
That was elite. Whoa, more stuff is gonna spawn
you
in.
just spawned aircraft in other aircraft. There's the problem.
What do you mean? He should be higher. Isn't the glide slope the same? Oh, what the hell?
No, the meatballs. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yikes.
Isn't the glide slope the same for everyone? What is it like?
So, glide slope is the same for everybody, but when you're looking at the LSO station, the camera would adjust a little bit based on if it's Tomcat or Hornet, because it goes off of where the helmet position would be within the jet. So with the Tomcat being so much larger, they have to accommodate the extra difference between the head and where the hook would be. So ideally, everybody hits where the hook is the exact same spot.
Because you're further away from your hook in a bigger plane in the Tomcat, you're in a higher reference point than you would be in the Hornet, so you want to be a bit higher than you want for your hook to be in the same place. And the ball's calibrated for Hornets, because Hornets
No, because ED refuses to. That's more accurate. The Tomcat's a Heapler item, so they only care about the Hornet. But yeah, the one thing I got from this was definitely check your rates. Those that were calling in seem like they're calling in heavy for the Tomcats. So,
I think overall, I think we have up to 10 aircraft flying at a time. Yeah, I didn't see any major safety of flight issues, so I'm pretty happy.
yeah,
Oh,
I
I
think
saw
what do
one.
we have to do? Have one person have to spin?
Yeah, I did.
So that was
Me
it.
and Mo were close to gliding, but we didn't.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a misconception of if there's a single plane in the Marshall at 2000, then you have to go to 3000. Like, remember, case 1 is a visual flight pattern. From my understanding, you can have something like up to 4 flights at the same altitude before they'd start bumping up people.